That belongs in a museum.
Uses Auctioneer, fire off the Shadow Strike to kill Karen. Still has potentially the ability to actually just return it to his hand. Does decide to just fire off Backstab here, so it won't be Shadow Strike that takes this down if it does.
I actually don't mind this play. It's pretty good because if you Deadly Poison to kill the Karen, for instance, the Bane, sorry, my bad. You have 3 mana left over, and you can either play your Shadow Step again, you can serve the Auctioneer if you want to, or play Edwin to get yourself a really big minion on board. It's going to be a 6/6 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. That is probably going to change the game plan.
Yeah, well, he's got to assume. Yeah, I imagine we're going to see just a conceal here, and this playing Edwin here would just open himself up to the combination of quality plus consecration.
Absolutely.
And by just concealing the Auctioneer, he sort of forces Chakki's hand that he wants to be able to deal with this.
Oh,
well,
I feel like this is
we actually
last
just saw
year.
Chakki like kind of sit up in his seat there.
I hate this, but I love
and here
this.
it is. Ragnaros comes down. Who is the insect? Oh, that was huge.
That was a massive turn there for Chakki.
Ragnaros taking out that Auctioneer not only removes the Auctioneer from Frozen, but also leaves the threat of Ragnaros to potentially just close out this game with fireballs.
I think we can't undersell the power of this play. And it used to be that basically, I mean, at some point, if Ragnaros ever became good while Auctioneer was good, then it would come to that. So, I mean, I have to assume at this point you really don't want to commit too much, but you can't afford not to. And you're not going to win on the back of staying behind and
I like
waiting.
the Shadow Strike to the face.
Oh yeah, you just have to
let him know he means business.
I think at this point you have to get like a big bad Edwin.
How big and bad can it be?
I mean, as big and bad as you want it to be. Big enough to survive Ragnaros.
I'm kind of surprised that he just went to the face rather than actually just killing Ragnaros.
Well,
and he could have Shadow Strike eviscerated Ragnaros here.
But the question is, how do you win the game? You have to top deck the Auctioneer #2 or Leroy.
It's true. It's true.
So the play to win, maybe this one. Okay, this might be very discouraging.
I mean, there's a Spellbreaker in Chakki's hand. He has the immediate answer. He can leave his Ragnaros totally unscathed by the equality and clear his opponent's board and develop the Spellbreaker. And that
actually, I like equality consecration and you silence your own Rag and then you go face Rag.
Oh, he's actually not going to bother with consecration, saving his combination. Kodo and Rag, he knows what to do. This is just a 1-1 on board.
Yeah,
he goes face.
This is one of the opening opportunities, though, for some kind of win, though, coming from.
It's true.
From Frozen, because he's got the double Cold Blood, double Eviscerate, and the spell damage on the board with the Teacher, so he can empty his entire hand, push damage.
Yeah, how much damage is that? That's
I see a total.
I believe it is 18, 19, 20, including the dagger here,
and a lot of 1/1s.
Yeah, that actually does create a pretty substantial board. For Frozen and pushes a ton of damage.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, all he has to do is stop deck Leroy on the back of this. Even if the board is cleared, unless there's a healing, some healing on the back of it,
yeah,
you might be able to get away with the game.
I mean, this was a game that was looking like it was just going to run away in Frozen's favor here, but that Ragnaros was absolutely huge, and now we're going to see Violet Teacher, Eviscerate, Cold Blood. That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be on 3 health at the end of the sequence from what we calculated. So Leroy Jenkins is an out. I don't think there's anything else in the deck that would, however, deal damage at this point.
Although at this point, if he just goes face here, does Equality Consecration True Silver just win the game?
If
everything goes face, puts Chakki down to 3.
You're right.
So I believe, yeah.
That is
by the holy light, equality, consecration, sword your face, rag your face, Chakki wins.
I don't understand.
He takes down the rogue with his paladin, thanks to the power of Ragnaros.
Not even the Light Lord.
Yeah.
Just a Fire Lord.
Light Lord wouldn't have done almost anything that game. Wouldn't have killed that Auctioneer.
Full lethal, he's going to lose a lot of his board, so he's not pushing as much damage as he could, but I don't think he's too worried about, as long as he's got that equality and that consecration, it's insurance against anything going wrong.
And he's still just at a very, very high life total as well. Right. Does choose to actually just keep Solemn Vigil because otherwise he would be actually just drawing to a full hand again.
We're looking for Brad. If we don't find him, we're going to have to go for the...
Is this just going to be Cthulhu?
Yeah, it sounds... without Harrison Jones, I mean, you don't really want to execute that guy.
Yeah, and it's going to be...
Good luck. He's checking what died and what didn't. The Tyrion
Tyrion lives.
Yeah, and very much. Whoa,
Face
that
tank.
is just suicide.
I believe that's actually just going to leave Chakki as the victor.
Yeah,
And
actually, Frozen is down.
that is going to be it. Chakki takes the match. We thought he was a huge underdog against the Rogue deck,
Absolutely.
but by the power of Ragnaros, he comes through and takes the match over Frozen.
Very well. It's nice